Do you ever get like bored of using the same things over and over and over again? Well, that's the point that I'm at with Apple's iPad Pro Magic Keyboard. It's a great keyboard, it's excellent, I love it, I've been using it for the past year, but the beauty of the iPad is that you can use it with a variety of different accessories and a variety of different ways. The Magic Keyboard kinda made me forget about that. When you get an iPad, you have to realize that you're not stuck using the iPad one way like you are with a laptop. So late last week, I was researching new keyboard cases and I stumbled upon Logitech's new Combo Touch case with Trackpad. Now, a trackpad wasn't a necessity for me because my iPad isn't going to be replacing any of my MacBooks, but what intrigued me was the versatility of this case, especially the detachable keyboard here. So I decided to pick it up and give it a try. Let's see what it's all about. When I got the Combo Touch, the two things that I instantly fell in love with was one, the fabric finish, and two, how thin and light this case is. This case keeps the iPad Pro true to its roots of being an ultra portable tablet and doesn't add a whole lot of bulk. It feels on par, if not slightly lighter than Apple's Magic Keyboard, which is pretty impressive given that the case offers full 360-degree protection. The edges around the case are rubberized with cutouts that perfectly fit the first generation, second generation, and even third generation iPad Pro. Yes, that even includes the new M1 iPad Pro. I'm using this case with the 2018 first gen iPad Pro and it fits like a glove. There's also a cutout on top for the Apple Pencil to snap right onto your iPad, though I was a little disappointed when I found out that there is no flap to keep it secure like on Logitech's other keyboard cases. What's interesting with the Combo Touch here is that Logitech takes advantage of the smart connector on the back of the iPad Pro to power and pair this keyboard case. There's no batteries or pairing required. Snap it right on and it works. It's super easy. According to Logitech, there are 4 different ways that you can use the Combo Touch: type mode, view mode, sketch mode, and read mode. That's what made this case so appealing to me. There's just so much flexibility here. If you don't feel like using your iPad one way, you can use it another. Just attach and detach the keyboard, use the kickstand, use it any which way you want, anytime you want. In my opinion, this case makes the iPad feel so much more like an iPad and doesn't make it feel like it's trying to be something it's not, that being a laptop. The detachable keyboard is a huge plus. It adds so much flexibility in how you can use your iPad over something like the Magic Keyboard. Time is going to tell how this thing holds up, but as of now, I think I found the perfect, most versatile iPad case that you can buy at the moment. The typing experience on the Combo Touch is really good. I'm actually typing the script for this video on my iPad Pro with the keyboard. The keys feel awesome with solid travel. There's a function row key up top and also a light underneath to see in the dark. This keyboard performs as good as it looks. Although each have a different feeling and are made with different materials, I would consider the experience to be very similar to that of the excellent typing experience found on the Magic Keyboard. The Magic Keyboard may have the slight edge since it does feel a little more like a desktop keyboard, but it's not $100 better. The Combo Touch is a joy to type on. Plus, you get that bonus row of function keys which are very useful to adjust brightness, volume, and navigate around iPadOS. There's no doubt in my mind that students, scriptwriters, those who like to write, and even casual iPad users looking for an awesome keyboard case will enjoy the typing experience here on the Combo Touch. Beneath the keyboard is the Trackpad, and it is huge. It is larger than the small one on the Magic Keyboard. Third-party keyboards and trackpads have always been hit or miss on the iPad, but I'm happy to report that the one here on the Combo Touch stands out. It's excellent, highly responsive, and works with all the gestures that you're familiar with on Macs and iPads. The surface is also very clicky from the center all the way over to each of the corners. To say I was surprised by its performance would be an understatement. The Combo Touch performs so much like any first-party keyboard case that it really makes me think, why would anyone spend more on anything else? It's thin, lightweight, pairs instantly via the smart connector, offers 360-degree protection, and the keyboard and trackpad are detachable. There is so much to love about this case. The only reason that I can think of someone wanting something else is if you have a preference for first-party accessories or if you want a different, more compact form factor, which the Magic Keyboard is really great for. Although this case is very close to being perfect, I do have a few minor things to complain about, and that's the viewing angle and the amount of physical space that it takes up. First, it's tough to set your iPad at certain viewing angles in the Combo Touch, especially if you're trying to type on your lap or on a soft surface like your bed. If the detachable keyboard had like a hinge or something, this wouldn't be a problem, but do note that some surfaces pieces are better than others for this case. Secondly, the Combo Touch has a longer physical footprint and takes up more space than the Magic Keyboard or even a smaller laptop. With this case, the iPad is set back a little more rather than almost on top of the keyboard like Apple's offering. This is due to the kickstand around the back and the keyboard and trackpad being a little on the larger side. These are both very minor complaints though, and I had to dig a bit to actually find things to complain about with this keyboard case, and that's a good thing. Overall, I am very impressed with Logitech's Combo Touch keyboard case here. When I saw it online, I wasn't entirely too sure what to expect since this is a brand new keyboard case and I never really ventured into third-party keyboard cases, but it performs exactly like the Magic Keyboard, only in a different, more versatile form factor. It definitely has its slight downfalls, but the Combo Touch is a near perfect keyboard case for your iPad Pro. It adds that full 360-degree protection and just gives you so much more flexibility in how you can use your iPad at a full $100 cheaper than Apple's own Magic Keyboard. This thing is just awesome. Anywho, that's about it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you did and you liked what you saw, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button because it always helps out the channel. And until the next one, I'll catch you guys later. Peace!